is the opening of the Wayans brothers. This might be just the outtake. Okay.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
Good morning. And yes, I did the short intro because we got to get to it.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Christie Taylor, and good morning to everyone that is listening. And I tell you one thing, Christie Taylor, tis the season not to take a shower and go out in the streets. Ooh. Because I'm trying to tell you, I have my tea and my honey right now, and your girl is working on that voice this morning. I must be very honest with you.
Oh my goodness. 'Tis the season truly not to take a shower and go outside when it's 50 degrees, 54 degrees, even 60 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in the Mid-South, if you in the dirty, don't do it.
I know that's right.
Don't do it. Welcome everyone to the Taylor Tilton Show. I'm Christie Taylor.
And I am Taylor Tilton. And the Taylor Tilton Show is sponsored by Christie Taylor Consulting, the Podcast Center, and Mays P&C Insurance. What up, Kenneth Mays? What it do?
Oh, that's right. We have our October sponsor that I wanted to talk about last month. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. We really appreciate it. And we are, with open arms, extending ourselves to all of our businesses, organizations, and our individuals who, got it going on. Feel free to also join us. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Gina Hills.
Hey, Gina. Good morning. Now, I think I need that concoction that you be drinking, Christie, honey, because this stuff that I got, it's like I don't know, lemon, rosemary, tree stems, and I have no idea what I'm drinking besides honey.
Well, good morning, Sandra Wilson. Good morning, but yes,
hi, Sandra, good morning.
You need the Christie Taylor's orange juice. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and name it. It's a signature orange juice. All it is your favorite orange juice spiked with cayenne.
Okay, that would be Kroger brand.
Right. Now, honestly, as bougie as you know I like to go, Kroger has the best cold and flu season orange juice.
See, that's what. See.
Also, Kroger orange juice is also the best sinus and allergy season orange juice. When you need to, because number one, it's diluted with a lot of water. It really is the best I have found, and when you put that cayenne pepper in it, let me tell you. Oh yes, cayenne pepper, honey. You need the cayenne pepper, the Christie Taylor cayenne pepper orange juice. And as we move into this, do not take a shower and go outside season.
Here's the season not to take a shower
and go outside
in the morning and go outside.
Honey, is to also put some turmeric in it.
You say what now? I sound like that man when I was at the store recently looking for what was I looking for? Chives. And he said, now he's in the produce section, right? And I said, do you have any chives? And he said, what's that? I said, the stuff that looks like green onions, the wild green onions. You got a picture of it?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. Right. And I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I pulled up a picture and he scoured around the produce section trying to find the chives for me. We didn't find any chives. However, I was in North Memphis. So I'm like, y'all ain't got no chives out here. Y'all don't eat chives. Y'all eat turnip greens, not chives.
Wait a minute though. You're right, Gina. That's right. The Kroger orange juice, the one with the calcium. Yeah. Now the one with the calcium added does have a little bit more weight than their original Kroger orange juice. And this is not brought to you by the Taylor Tilton Show is not brought to you by Kroger's yet, but we're just telling you about the
Hold on.
Did
you say Kroger's? Did you say plural?
Kroger's plural.
I didn't. I hope you did not say Kroger's.
Kroger. Okay. That's right, Jenny Hill. Turmeric. The TURERIC. Yes. Oh, girl, kind of the super turmeric immunity shots from the organic section. I get that. Matter of fact, I got one the other day because we are into the weather changing time. And as you're edging out of the third quarter of the year, old folk used to say every time the season changed, you're supposed to do a body cleanse. I don't know if y'all knew that. That's a lot of times when, especially in the spring and the fall and in the winter, every time you get into a new season, you had to take that castor oil. You had to take that 666. They had to clean you out, child.
Oh, no. I don't. I've heard about that, but Mom never gave us any of that. What we did have was Creamotion. Oh, who remembers Creamotion? Don't play with it. Creamotion was good. That was some good tasting medicine for children.
Well, let me tell you something, but she was good in the same effect, trying to clean your system out because whatever you ate. Now, we don't, I'm almost to the tree hugging stage of life, but a lot of times we don't realize as the earth changes, literally and figuratively, our body is also changing. So whatever you ate in the previous season really don't need to be in your body system in the next season. That's the reason you should clean it out, detox. Now we call it detox. Old folks say,
so in other words, because in the spring and summer we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. So in other words, clean out your system from the strawberries and tomatoes and get ready for your hog mogs for winter. Okay, I get it, girl. I'm ready.
Okay. Gina Hill said, yes, that's true. She got her sea moss and she's waiting on her soursop. Yeah, see, now we all fancy with it now. We getting sea moss. We get, spirulina. We getting those wheatgrass shots. Old folk be like, clean that baby system out. Clean it out. Go and get that 666. Go and get that cod liver oil. Get that black. That's
or
right.
That Creamotion.
Oh, see, and yes, that's true. Food digests slower as you get older in your stomach. So, in other words,
who said that?
Who said that? Is that you, Gina? Now, Gina, we don't know why your picture is not popping up, darling, because we would love to see your smiley face. But you know what? Let me tell you this too. As edging out of one season into the other, you also need to just establish on a mental and emotional level, especially when you're in a climate like where we have distinct climate change. Now, if you're somewhere in the Barbados, where it's going to be 80 degrees year round.
Well, obviously, you're going to need your umbrella because Rihanna said so.
Oh, but she knows about that.
I ain't been out there yet.
From Barbados. That's a good segue, Tina. Oh, my God. Because wait a minute, shout out and love is all of those in the path of the latest hurricanes, because that's why you need the umbrella in the Barbados and the Caribbean and along the coast, honey, because when they do get the rain, baby, it said for all the months y'all didn't. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, all I knew was umbrella.
But I do love that song. Honestly, that's one of my favorite. Honestly,
it's one of my favorite from her too.
Yeah, and I really think that's when I started taking her, seriously. Like I like her as an artist because her wordplay is amazing. She said, "That's me." I don't know why it's not showing up either. Okay, Gina Hills. Yeah, just always put your G.Hills. Now, y'all may follow our girl Gina Hills on the Facebook. Also, your show name in there too, baby. Okay,
it's called Life and Entertainment. I can tell you, it airs every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on Comcast 17. Big shout outs to Gina Hills.
Come on,
go ahead.
That's a big shout out. Did y'all hear that? So her voice
is women in media.
So here's my thing. Even though she's not doing the orange juice spike with cayenne pepper, which is what I recommend, and during these seasons, add a little turmeric. And I think I'm not, whatever. But I am eating my banana chips. I know you probably have food made by your hubby.
What? Hubby went to take my car to the shop this morning. So Tina had to cook her own breakfast.
God!
The nerve of him.
Hold on, we need to start the show all over again. I'm
telling you what you said. And then I had to.
Tina had to cook her own breakfast, y'all.
Yes, 1 waffle and 1 egg. That's it. That's all.
Wait a minute. Is it a Eggo waffle or
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's an Eggo waffle because see, I can't do those off-brand waffles. They are too thick and they don't brown right. Try
Mm.
it. Try it if you want to. Go try. Go to Pop Chef and get you some off-brand waffles.
What? Now,
You
hold
go
on
see.
now. Wait a minute. I've moved, ladies and gentlemen, and Tina helped me on that the extra day that I didn't have enough. I didn't put enough stuff on the moving truck the previous day. Well, let me tell you something. Where was I? Because now that I moved, I don't have a Pop Shelf in my immediate community. I'm a little salty about that, but that's okay. Gentrification is on its way, and we're gonna have a Pop Shelf probably in about 3 years. 3 to 5
3 years. You'll be on to something new by then.
Baby, what you said. But let me tell you this. I was driving down some street, and I need to find out where it was because I saw the Pop Shelf sign, and I got all excited. I was like, oh, Pop Shelf. But I was too sleepy or wherever I was coming from to pull over. But I need to remember where I was coming from because then that means I do have a Pop Shelf somewhere within the last 5 to 10 miles from me. Oh, yes. Kidding. Oh, Gina Hill said, thank you, Tina. Your awesome life and entertainment on Comcast 17 brought to you by the Podcast Center every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard. Hey, thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate it, Gina Hills.
I can't see that little writing. I need my glasses on. I'm glad you must have your readers on this morning.
I got my readers on. That's the only way I can do any of this.
I got my lashes on because I got somewhere to be at 11 o'clock.
I got my readers on. You got your lashes on.
Honey, my face is fully made up. Even though we're not showing it right now, but my face is fully made up. I'm ready to go.
The picture that you have, your face is fully made up. Now the picture I am all the way made up, all the way. Even with the red lipstick. Can y'all hear me chewing? Because this banana.
Yeah, we hear you chewing.
Bro, this banana chips Baby, look, these banana chips are giving me life this morning. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
No. I threw a lot of bananas away this weekend. I could say that, but boy, this weekend.
Let me give y'all the weekend rundown, babies. Hold on. Let me get my calendar so I can remember.
Oh, no. You ready for this?
Hold on.
I think I'm still recuperating.
Wait a minute. She said, we so funny. We love you too, girl. We love you too. Okay, so how did you all segue out of the third quarter of 2022 into the fourth quarter? Come on, fourth quarter people. Come on. Oh, yeah, it's like a game, baby. It's like a game, baby. Okay, honey, let me tell you, the first 3 quarters of this year, I feel like them teams, like, I do a little NBA. I will watch a little NBA. Don't ask me about no NFL. But even whether you NBA, NFL, if there's 4 quarters to a game, let me tell you, the first 3 quarters, I feel like them teams are like, yeah, they losing. They going to lose.
No, you didn't. Why?
The first 2 quarters, I was trailing by 200 points. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like I was trailing by 200 points.
Okay.
And then in the third quarter, that's when you cut it in half. It's like, oh, Christie in the game, y'all. She down by 100 points. I know. I don't know.
Well, because if he got to reach way down, Jesus will pick you up, right?
Jesus will pick you up.
Yeah. If he got to reach way down, he'll do it. Won't he do it?
Won't he will. Okay, so now we're into the third quarter, easing our way on September the 30th. This is how I wrapped up. Because now I'm cutting my points. It was down. It was a 200-point lead at the halftime. Then it cut down third quarter to a 100-point lead. By the end of the third quarter, though, ladies and gentlemen, as I enter into the fourth quarter, I'm probably down by 25 points. I think that's pretty dang on good. I might win.
I think it is too when you compare it to sports like that. Yeah. But I don't know. Go ahead.
The reason? Okay, no, ahead, because you finna educate me on sports. I know it because you actually watch the games and understand them better than me.
No, actually I wasn't. I was going to say I feel like I'm still down a few points because when I tell you this weekend, which was an amazing weekend, I really did have a good weekend. I was excited. Well, this weekend was the launch. of Bumpin 96.3.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, we got mine before she did hers on. Let me just say, y'all, because she got a whole lot she did in. Because I just did on Friday, the last day of September, the last day of the third quarter. I attended a virtual business model canvas class, courtesy of the Women's Business Center South, right there across town. But I was online. I ain't had to go in. Then I did like a little one of our clients from the weekend bump, which I know he's gonna tell you all about. I had to do a virtual with him. And then, honeys, ladies and gentlemen, I went and got some soul food from a restaurant, went and grabbed it, and went down on the river. And when the sun was setting, as I was eating that good food, I said, "Oh my God, 6:30, an art show downtown." And I went and got my bougie all the way on there. From Urevu's Contemporary Gallery right there on South Main, Hewling. Honey child. And did I tell you, I got a chance to run into Michelle Kizik. I think it was a radio TV reunion. Makova Reed, who's left radio and married to a very, very nice woman. They travel the world, honey. But I guess I should talk about the artist. She's from Nigeria, first time in the States. Her first ever show outside of the motherland. Right here in Memphis, thanks to Ephraim and to so I really did it. I thought I was just going to go in, look at the art and leave, but I stayed to the end, to the artist talk and everything. Got my bougie on, got my pictures on, snap, 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 without a stitch of makeup. I ain't had no readers on or no lashes, but I did have a little mascara and a little
Shame.
Yeah, I ain't got no shame to the game. But that's how I kicked off. I segued my third quarter into the fourth quarter. But tell me about your crazy weekend, because I know you had a lot going on. Gina said, Lord Jesus, she had to share this broadcast on her business page. You all have a great morning, combination of fun, information about great energy to start the day. Thank you, G Hills.
Thank you. Thank you, Gina.
In September, as you got into this launch, honey, like a chicken with your head cut off.
No, well, not exactly. If we're talking about the end of September, well, I ended September at a radio station because I was there promoting the Stone Awards that's taking place this Saturday at the Bartlett Performing Arts Theater. 4:00 doors open at 4, red carpet at 4, 5:00 the event starts, and that's where we highlight a lot of the predominant leaders and organizations in the city, and they are recognized for the contributions that they make to our community. So that event takes place again this Saturday at 5 p.m. at the Bartlett Performing Arts Theater. Stanley, Cam, and Tenzie Campbell, big shout outs to the organizer there. But I was there at a local radio station there promoting the event. And as a matter of fact, my face is made up because I'm headed to another one to promote the event later on this morning. So you'll be hearing my voice again in about another hour or two or something like that. Lord have mercy. Lord, I need some of your pyramid. But anyway,
yes, you need some of this orange juice with cayenne pepper. Okay, you ended up your September being a radio darling, going to different radio stations, promoting an event. Okay, then
I did. But I stepped my toe into October. Woo, Jesus! Let me take myself a drink before I get started. I need me a drink. Hold on.
Oh Lord, this lemongrass tea you drinking?
Yes, stem roots and rosemary and asparagus and cauliflower. I don't know what's all in here.
That sounds like something you take at night.
I know, before I be on them folk toilet.
That's what I'm saying.
Excuse me, if y'all will excuse me. Bring a kid in with me. I should have left my daughter at home so I can put it on her. Let me stop.
Right. She got to go to the bathroom. No, you got to go. Right. Tea this morning. Okay. So you're doing radio. Oh, so you're doing press. Okay. I got you.
I did. But come October 1st, like I said, step my foot into October.
October 1st. Come on, bring it on. We're coming
October 1st. We launched Bumpin 96.3, the weekend bump. Oh my gosh, it was so fun, Christie. I must say, and big shout outs to all of the podcasters that are now radio personalities. Yay. On the weekend. Excuse me, on Bumpin 96.3. That's going to be Lit Lovely Lisa, Tanya Collins, Carla Lewis, the Hour of Chaos team, Forgotten Hits, both of those. Let's see, the Albert Chaos team, that's Rodney Coleman. Forgotten Hits, that's Rod Hughes. Rip Entertainment. Peppa with Pep Talk. We got Candace Rice with Candid with Candace. We have Kenitra Gales with the OG Millennial Hour. And the Taylor Tilton Show. Of course, we're going to place ourselves in the middle of it.
What we would. Now, Jeannie Hill says she's next. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And then we have A1 with Yola Talk. So, and they're like 3 more that are coming this week. So, bracing myself. But nonetheless, super excited to have all these team players that are new to Bumpin 96.3, because if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, Bumpin 96.3 is a classic, or throwback as they say, hip hop radio station that is on an FM dial, 96.3. It is not an internet station, and it is not owned by Taylor Tilton. It is owned by Flynn Broadcasting. Okay, Bumpin 96.3 FM Memphis, and we were just so excited because the deal was, they were looking for podcasters to bring their podcast to the radio station. And we were contacted. It's like, sure. I mean, this sounds like a great idea. Never been done before, but sounds like a great idea. So, Christie and I, Christie and I, we diligently worked towards this. We offered you guys monthly, all of September was orientation classes. During the month
I
of
love
September.
it too. I love teaching.
Yes, she loves teaching. My gosh, and I'm sure glad she does, because that is not my category. Ministry or whatever you want to call it. That ain't my cup of tea. Just like her tea over there. I got my own cup of tea over here. Yeah, my own cup of tea over here. But and the all the people that came into attendance, whether they began being a radio personality or not, they were so amazing. We learned a lot from them, as well as them learning a lot, from us. But the first show was set and scheduled to launch Saturday. Saturday morning at 11 a.m. October 1st, 11 a.m. So I'm excited. I'm in the car. I'm driving to the podcast center because we have yet another class that day. And I'm listening to the radio. And I'm like, ooh, before long, this first Bumpin' Weekend Bump show is going to come on. And I can't wait to hear it. And I heard music. I said, well, now I know this first show is a talk show. So I should be hearing music. And one song came on and another went off. I mean, that one song went off and another came on. I said, oh, no, this is about the time right about now where I probably need to contact the radio station. And I did that. They diligently, they were so fast and on the spot in correcting things that big shout outs to the crew and the staff and the management at Flynn Broadcasting. And thank you so much. But they were
96.3 FM.
Yeah, they were Johnny on the spot, as like you said, as the old folks would say. And we and they took care of it, but it was a half an hour afterwards. So the conversation that was had was, should we go ahead on and fire this up or wait? I said, nah, we probably better wait, because if we launch it now, then everybody else is gonna be a half an hour behind,
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me just contact the producer and ask the producer if they would be okay with us moving it to a different time slot for today. Oh, hey, mommy. Good morning, mommy.
Good morning.
And she said, yeah. She was comfortable with us putting it at a different time for that day. But come noon, oh, wow. The Hour of Chaos with Rodney Coleman and his other 2 guests, they came on with fire. Yes, they were.
But they should have, because I had to do a couple of Zoom calls with them because he was having some difficulties producing it. But once he got it together, though, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it was good.
And
by that time, I am in the car, running a little late for my 12 o'clock class, but I did hear them kick off, and I was like, oh my God. I called Tina, even though I was supposed to have been at the podcast center at 12. I called her at like 2:05, 2:06, saying, oh my God, it's on. She said,
12:05, 12:06.
Yeah, 12:05, 12:06. And I was like, oh, it's on. She said, okay, yeah, it's on, but your class is here waiting.
Your class is here waiting. Yeah, that is what I said.
I'm right around the corner. I feel like a mom, it was like a proud mom moment because he was one of the students that came through the orientation in September. But I'll continue on. Yes, his show was good. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then immediately following that show was Forgotten Hits with Rod, and I mean he played some good old school classics that were not necessarily hip hop, but they were still bumping because they were still throwbacks, and it was just still wow. Look at these people; they are super creative. Right after that, Rip came with his talk, and I heard him interview Monet Phillips, so big shout outs to her, and he talked about his film, huh?
Because by that time, because I talked between 12 and 5, but we took a lunch break around 2, and his show came on. And while I was grabbing lunch, I heard he did some music and talking about the TV and film industry. But I was back in class by the time I guess he did his interview.
Yeah, he played his new artist. So again, for those that are listening, you do get an opportunity to play your own music. You pick your own music. He picked his own. Some were old school classics. Some were some new hits from his own artist that he has. And it was just a good combination. He had someone to interview. It was a great combination. Yeah. Then right after that, Pepper came on with Pep Talk. Very good combination. He talked about politics, education, fashion, entertainment. You can't beat that, and as well as music. Wow, just and all good format show.
He did have a message for Memphis. He said, "Pick one candidate for mayor next year."
Oh yeah, he sure did. He did say that. It's like, quit spreading your seeds everywhere. Pick one, and we're gonna all vote for that one.
Okay, and, so who came on after that?
Candace came on after that. So I mean, it was just good. And Candace did a great job. Her and her DJ. It just all sounded. It just flowed. They sounded so natural. Now, is there room for improvement? Absolutely, absolutely.
We all got room for improvement. We all got room for improvement. Even the Taylor Tilton Show, we're going to tighten up. Now that we're back on the radio.
Yeah. And so again, but at the end of the day, when I say this weekend, well, hold on, let me backtrack. Because even on Sunday there was a show that was to launch at 11 a.m. It still did not launch. It didn't launch either. So I had to contact the radio station again. And he fixed it very quickly that particular time. So it did launch. And then our show, Taylor Tilton Show, I was actually at Red Lobster with my family because I was celebrating my stepmom's birthday with my family. So I was able to listen to us online. Matter of fact, yeah, by the way, Bumpin 963 is streaming. Yeah, let's say that. We're streaming. It's streaming. Bumpin963.com. Go to it.
So you can listen to it on the radio and you can stream it from the website.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
So we worldwide. So we not just heard in Memphis. Hush them out. Hush them out now. Okay.
Yeah, we worldwide now.
We global.
Yeah. And so about 3:05 is when I plugged in to listen, and it had In the Club on the listen. I said, well, now that ain't enough. Let me listen. But I heard your voice, and as I continued to listen, I heard my voice, and I said, "Oh, okay, this is us." So that told me that, oh Lord, there must have been an issue again, and they must have had to stop the thing and get us live. But nonetheless, they did what was needed.
Yeah, modern television and modern radio. One thing I will say that technology does give us an opportunity, to make those quick changes, things of that nature.
Stop it in the tracks.
If this had been like a person in the studio and they forgot to put the old school cart of our show in, they would have been still fumbling, trying to put it in. Okay, for those who don't know, there's a time when in radio you either had the reels, you had the shows on this like really tiny, it was literally
cart.
Yeah, and then it looked like an 8-track. So if you're trying to stack them and trying to make sure you put them in the right cart so they can fire off right, so that. But now it's probably just a button, click, 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 click to move things around. So. Super good, honey. That was a week. First of all, Tina, the very fact that you were amid everything else you were doing, monitoring the station. I mean,
yes,
from
and attending class with you, because again, you do 95% of the teaching, and then I come behind you with my 5%. But I was still there. So between Saturday and Sunday, oh,
Now listen, hold on. You at
I
Red
tell you.
Lobster. Hold on. You at Red Lobster
Yep. Went to
between
Red Lobster.
wait a minute, it's time for me to wake up. Hold on, y'all. Oh, let me stretch.
Is that the wake up?
Oh, good morning,
Oh
everybody.
Lord.
Oh,
He's not awake yet.
hallelujah. Good morning.
Oh,
Oh, he let me
well,
see another day. Hallelujah. I'm
I'm,
up now. I'm awake.
I'm
Oh,
so
good
grateful.
morning, everybody. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show. I'm Christie Taylor, and this is we already said
I am Tina Tilton, and yes, let me tell you that this show is sponsored by Christie Taylor Consulting. Now, speaking of Christie, again, if you have not ever attended any of her classes, you need to. If you're not interested in being on Bumpin 96.3, you still need to contact Christie because she has the know-how, the skills, if you will, to get you on the air. And she you know
yes.
what, girl, you are good in teaching people how to get
I
their
love
on-air
it.
confidence and talent and the show
Yes.
development and stuff. I've seen you live and in action, so you do a great job. Congratulations and good
Thank
work.
you. Thank you
And
so very
also,
much. And my Emmy and Oscar and Tony and Grammy goes to me because I do love teaching. I love teaching as much as I loved being on the air. If not, maybe more. I think I love it even more. I know that
and
sounds. Yeah, I really do.
and the
And I
show is
love
also
being.
sponsored by. Oh, go ahead. What you love?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. You said sponsored by. We got a new
Yeah,
sponsor.
the podcast center. Well, we ain't new, but the podcast center. We gotta mention our podcast center. We're a professional video and podcast studio and classroom and event space for any level. It doesn't matter if you're an amateur, if you're a DJ, or if you are a professional, then you can come to the podcast center. We got a quiet space for you to come and do what you do. Record your audio, record your video. We got you. We got you. Plus, our new sponsor, Christie Taylor. Kick off our new sponsor.
If you're looking for affordable insurance for personal and commercial rates, give Kenneth Mays at Mays PNC Insurance Agency a call at 901-262-5484. That's 901-262-5484. As a licensed sales producer, Kenneth Mays offers auto, home, life, motorcycle, and business insurance in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Did I mention reasonable rates? Mays PNC Insurance Agency, 901-262-5484. Or email kennethmays95@yahoo.com. That's KENNETHMAYS95@yahoo.com. Mays PNC Insurance Agency.
Welcome back to the Taylor Tilton Show. I love it.
I love it too. And I'm glad I said Christie Taylor, kick it off, because I'm telling you, I'm done kicking because Bumpin did kick my butt this weekend. But I mean, I got to rest. I'm going to take me a rest. I like to do in the morning. I'm going to take me a rest real soon.
You said Bumpin did what?
It kicked my butt this weekend.
Okay.
But we made it through. I made it through.
I got to get real quiet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, what you over there doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, other than about to take a sip of my cayenne pepper orange juice.
No. Why did you get quiet though?
See, what had happened was.
Oh boy, y'all.
Thank you, Gina. She said I had a stretch in prayer at the bottom of the hour. My 9:30 alarm waking up. I guess I can wake up to the reality that I need to. Since I done prayed, I need to make a confession.
Oh boy.
Now, I told y'all that
Wait a minute. Go on. Hold on. I think I know where you're going with this. Go on.
Well, you talked about kicking butt or
Lord. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Well, look, okay.
You're not about to confess this for real.
I probably should save this for something you don't know about me, but since we talked about the weekend and I'm talking about how, I went to
you are not about to tell it
and had my Zoom session with some of our clients.
He is about to tell it.
And how I went to a bougie art thing and how I love teaching at the podcast center. And y'all need to come on. Gina, October the 15th. That's in the next class. I saw your note. Yeah, October the 15th. Howsoever, hopefully on October the 15th, Bumpin 96.3 won't kick my butt. Or more importantly, I won't fall flat on my butt, on my behind, on my derriere.
Oh my gosh! Then you did. Oh my gosh!
Question, y'all. I gotta make and Tina, she's so sweet. Thank God we had girl. Thank God.
I was not gonna say anything about that, Christie.
Okay, y'all. What had happened was, and thank God
Oh,
again, I'm so
wow.
being grateful we had a very small class, because if we had had one of the bigger classes from early this month, in September, I probably would be a little ashamed, because y'all probably would already know about it because it'll be on the Facebook. I'm glad nobody had their cameras out. So what had happened was, remember I said how the first 2 hours I was a little tardy, but I did hear our chaos, but then I got straight to it. And then around almost 2 o'clock or so, right when a RIP Entertainment radio show was coming on, that's the time I like to break, because I teach from 12 to 5. Yes, 12. Honey, we gets to it. I ain't doing no little baby hand clap.
Well, that's because 2 to 3, there's an hour lunch too. So
Exactly. So
very well.
we take a break for lunch. Well,
Yeah.
when we were time to take the break for lunch, I tell the class, and think we just had really 3 people this time. It was a small class, but it was very intimate, and they were on every word. And so when I said, well, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to take a break for lunch. Well, one of the class members said, well, she all in it. She said, no, I ain't got to take no break. We can keep going. We can keep going. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
I only had a little bitty granola bar or something for breakfast. I'm gonna blame it on my blood sugar.
That's what you do when you get over 50. Blame it on that blood sugar.
Honey, for real though, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm like, see, this time around too, the other classes, I was staying up the entire time, and I told Tina one time, girl, my feet hurt, and I need. She said, girl, we got the stools, you can sit down. You know, she has a couple stools and even some high back chair, those stool chairs. So this time. We're like, starting October, I'm not going to stand the entire class and teach, even though I be on straight adrenaline, ladies and gentlemen. Honey.
Oh,
so
boy. Here it
I
comes.
get up. So I've been teaching and primarily sitting on the stool as I'm conducting class. So when I got up to say, hey, we're going to take our break for lunch, and the young lady hyped me up and said, no, we can keep on going. I said, well, Tina and her, she had brought her baby girls and her daughters, and they were going to go. I said, well, Tina, just grab me something and bring me something back. And I go to sit back down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad nobody had, I'm glad we had the young folk in there, because they would have had the cameras out before we could get done. I sat on that stool without looking back, and it moved. The stool moved. It moved.
The stool moved.
Well, that does. Oh yeah, she's. Oh no, sugar. Oh yeah, over 50, baby. The sugar level. So my sugar level made me be unable to see that the stool had got up and moved a couple of inches to the right or left. I don't know which way it moved. But whatever way it moved, it was no longer where I thought it was. And
Christy, save yourself. Stop now. Save yourself. Don't tell anymore.
Yeah, that's right, Gina. It was the stool that moved.
Don't tell anymore.
Okay, so don't say I fell flat on my back.
Okay, now go on, tell that part. That was kind of funny.
The funny part was, it happened so fast. I was trying to figure out why everybody was coming toward me. I was like, what y'all doing? I'm just sitting down. Honey, the next thing I know, oh, you ain't on the stool, you on the floor. Girl. But the funniest part is when little bitty Tina Tilton trying to pick me up. I'm like, girl, get somewhere I can get up. She said, no. I said, and apparently there was like a little table behind me. I didn't. Thank you. Oh, see, now this is where you get passion and love. Sandra Hill Wilson. Thank you, darling. She said, glad you didn't hurt yourself. I really didn't. They said, are you hurt? I'm like, no. It literally happened so fast that it was almost like I felt like I bounced down and was bouncing back up. The only reason I ain't bounced straight up is because Tina got in the way trying to pull me up. Hey, wait
a minute. I'm trying to save you.
I know you were, but I felt like I was going to be like a rubber band. Like I hit the ground and bounced back up, like a ball. Like it hit the ground and bounced back up. And then Tina got in the way. Sure.
Well, you know, too, you knocked over all my bottled water and my snacks. So I was trying to save my snacks, too. I'm like, oh, Lord, my water. Did you crush them snacks? Them bag of chips? Lord Jesus, they ain't going to want these now.
Oh, the truth comes out now, ladies and gentlemen. The truth comes out. She was really trying to get me off
Yeah, I
them
was
chips.
thinking about them chips. You know, those chips cost a lot of money nowadays. Go to Sam's if you want to. They're $25. The chips. They high now. They're about $18. They
So what
used to
you
be like
really
11.
trying to say was, get off my chips.
You know, and don't roll on my water.
Them little baby water bottles. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Now I know what was really going on. You weren't really trying to save me. You were trying to save the chips in the water. Oh, Lord.
Oh gosh, I had to mute myself. I got into a coffee spell right there. Oh gosh.
But it
Oh boy.
happened so, and the thing is,
It
like,
happened so fast. But I really was trying to pull you up.
I know.
Even,
And you were
even
like,
though,
but then,
I mean, you're
but
you're constantly talking about my size. But you know, when there's an adrenaline rush, because that's what happened with me, honey. I was full of power. You could have called me Superman. Since
that's
I'm in
what
Memphis, you know.
Gina, that's right. Gina said, "Oh no, you have to take a break. Those standing for long hours just to take a right." So honestly, that's really what it was. And I tell you, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as I did bounce back up, to my recollection, I bounced up. Probably was struggling up, but I bounced back up and said, and grabbed my purse, keys, and said, "I'm gonna go get something to eat."
She sure did. She sure did, and was the first one to walk out of there to go
I
to lunch.
was.
My
I'm
kids
like,
and I were last.
that's right. That's right. My sugar low. That's right. My mother like, go get you something to eat. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Oh my goodness. I can't
I
believe
did.
you shared that story though. I was not gonna tell it.
Well, just in case you can't hold it over my head and you can't blackmail me, it's out there
Yeah,
now.
that's true. That's true. That's true. But you do owe me some bags of chips though. I must be honest. You owe about
Okay.
5-6 bags of chips that you tumbled over.
Well, you know the kind I'm gonna bring you gonna be them little bougie snacks with the
Oh
green.
no.
Matter of fact, we still had some, just a few left. Okay, so the other class, I did bring some snacks, and I love those. Have y'all been in those stores and they be having things look like it's like green peas or kale and all that kind of stuff? Well, I bring that kind of stuff, and Tina like, who gonna eat this? Most of them was ate up. They sure was. There was only a few left. That's probably the ones. She said, "That's right." She said, "LOL, 5 to 6 bags of chips." It probably was my green peas that saved me. My green peas, black beans. That's what made me bounce back up. Oh my god!
I suppose so. or as you landed on those 5-6 bottles of water, they probably help push you up too.
Wait a minute. A new meaning of waterbed. Oh God!
That is so funny. Oh my goodness!
But I will say, I did not, as far as I know, I didn't hurt myself. But once I got outside and bounced up from the floor and grabbed my purse and keys and went on out the door, and I was, walking more slowly down the stairs, and that sunshine hit me, and I was walking to my car. I was like, "What just happened?" Like, when was the last time you even fell? Like, do you ever fall? Like, some people say they fall all the time. Like, oh, I'm clumsy. I very seldom fall. And
Yeah.
I was like, when was the last time I fell? I'm like, of course, now the lady who said, the young lady, I'm not gonna say her name and everything she did say that earlier that day she was at another event and another lady fell on her and her husband had to take that lady up. And what did I say, Tina?
Told that lady, "Oh, you must be the bad energy."
I said, oh, you brought that energy in
You
here.
brought that energy, something like that. Yeah.
Girl,
I must say, but you terrified my children. They were standing there looking like, Auntie Christie. My daughter, Olivia, my oldest, had her hands over her mouth. The youngest was just standing there, bucking her eyes through her glasses like, what just happened and what do I do?
Wait a minute. That is so true. Because, she said, yes, the seaweed snacks and the dried okra snacks from Kroger, what you said, Gina Hills. Oh, no, but Gina said, we fall down, but we get up. Oh,
no, that's right. I'm surprised I didn't pick up on that one, Gina. Thank you.
Oh, God, but true enough, when I got up, it was gathering myself and y'all picking up the water, the chips and everything, whatever else I knocked over, including and the chair just sitting there, y'all. The stool just sitting there like, I told you to go to lunch. But anyway, I remember Zamira, she came to me and she said, I was scared. And
Yeah.
she hugged me. And then
Yeah.
Olivia came and she didn't say nothing, but she just hugged me. And I was like, I
Yeah.
said, oh. And then I
Yeah.
grabbed my person's keys and went and got
Yeah.
me.
Get that. My
I was,
God.
oh, tell them. So
Yeah.
she said, I didn't know what to do.
You owe them a bag of chips.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God. Well, it's 9:45. It's time to get to know us a little better with getting to know you. And okay, who's first? I know I got mine. I'm ready. I got mine.
Well, go ahead, because they just found out that I ain't falling. You fell down and you got up. You fall down and you get up.
Oh, no, you fell down. I ain't fall. Don't speak that over me. I got heels to wear today, too. Don't speak that over me. You know what? If I fall, I may not tell y'all, though. So if there's no proof, I ain't telling.
So what is it something we don't know about you, Tina?
Okay, well, since we were talking about my children and them being, they really are school age. They're like 6 and 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me think as we were going through some of their homework recently, and I would always tell them, if you're stuck on a word and you don't know if you don't know the word, sound your letters out, and then that way you should be able to associate. Oh, this is what this word is. And as I was doing that with one of them, I reflected and I was thinking about the time when I first learned my alphabets. Everyone knows the letters of the alphabet. You know your ABC song, A, B, C, D. It's universal, especially in America. Well, honey, when I don't know how old I was before I realized that elemental P was 5 letters and not 1. I thought.
Elemental P.
I mean, come on, sing. Doggone, who is this?
Nobody can be calling.
Oh man, yeah, somebody's calling me. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you. She is on
good.
the air, ladies and gentlemen. She is on the air. We got good reception today. Come on
messed
now.
up my thing. So okay. I mean, come on, everyone listening. Come on, sing ABC song with me. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. I thought elemental P was one alphabet. So I remember asking my mom, how do I make the elemental P? And she's like, what you talking about? How do I draw elemental P? How do I draw that alphabet? And she's like, no, that's LMNOP. So I must admit, when I taught Olivia how to sing the alphabet song, Mommy taught her in slow motion. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. So I said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. That's how Mommy taught her.
You better do that. In singing, we call it LMNOP. You better give us staccato.
I couldn't get my baby elemental P before she goes to school thinking this one alphabet too. I'm like, it ain't no 26 alphabets. It's 21 elemental P. And I thought that because I was like, if W has 3 syllables, I don't know. I really did think this far. It took me that long. If W has 3 syllables, elemental P can have 5. Why not? But how do I draw that letter? How do I draw that letter? So for you, all my fellow Americans, please teach your children that may be a little inquisitive or something, whatever I was, that elemental P is 5 letters, not 1. That's it. So that's what you don't know about me. What about you, Christie Taylor?
Elemental P.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Elemental P. You got to say it like that, though. Elemental P.
Elemental P. Oh, yeah. Girl. It's like, okay, I will go to that point then. What y'all don't know about me is that as Tina talks about childhood and learning language and learning the English language as a child, I loved words and I loved reading. And I was so into words that by the time we moved from Washington, D.C., I think around my third and fourth grade years, we were still living in Tipton County, going to Gilt Edge Elementary School, elementary school.
Elementary.
School. And I ended up, I guess, because I was a very good speller. I really was a good speller, would make great grades when it came to spelling words. So I would end up at Gilt Edge Elementary School, right there in Burleson, near Covington, Drummond's, Mumford area. And I ended up in spelling bees. I will never forget. I had ascended from whatever grade I was to probably up the middle school age kind of, and I was in the final. It was such a big deal because if you know how schools used to be, the younger grade schools would be on one end of the hall and the older schools would be on the other end. Well, when you got to be big time with your spelling bee, the final spelling bee would be held in the upper grades part of the school.
That's true.
Because they had a bigger cafeteria or classroom or something.
Yes.
So here I was. I had become the new girl from DC, third or fourth grade, and I had become the spelling bee queen. And I was so quiet back then, but I was ambitious even as I was quiet, ladies and gentlemen. And I had quietly won the spelling bees. And here I was on this big day. It was me and about 5 students, and we were all being walked up to the bigger part of Gilt Edge for the final spelling bee. And ladies and gentlemen, I was slaying dragons, honey, with them words, baby. I was cutting them up, honey.
Boy. How does this story end?
Okay. LMNOP.
Oh, no. What did you do? What did you misspell?
What did I say I was eating this morning?
Banana chips.
I misspelled banana.
No.
I misspelled banana for years, even as an adult, even as your personality. If anyone said banana, I would cringe. I really would cringe when the word banana, because I literally one time even wrote a blog about being overconfident, and on some levels, it's like I was so overconfident. Till you mess up, till you overshoot your shot. When you're overconfident, you can be confident in knowing what you know, being able to do what you do. But when you step off that cliff into overconfidence, overcompensation, there's a message in that. Oh, preach somebody.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I'm preaching now. It was down to me and some little speckled white boy. And I was slaying dragons. I was Lord of the Rings. I was Game of Thrones. I was Black Pat. I was all the Marvel characters with them. I probably was spelling metamorphosis. I was spelling all the words, all the 15, 20 syllable words. To the point, because it was, Tipton County is primarily white. Okay, let me add that in. And we off the highway, the Black communities and stuff. And here I am, this new little girl from DC, because you knew for 20 years in Tennessee, and we had just moved a couple years earlier. And I'm spelling all these words, just killing them. Yeah, okay, I'm killing it. And we were down to the very last round, and the little boy, he knew he had lost. He was already, it's almost like in Aquila and the Bee, which I love that movie. He was already beginning to hang his head, especially when everybody in the room was at this point visibly cheering for me, including probably the people giving me the words, because they like, this little Black girl, she's slaying dragons with these words. And then the presenter said,
and you lost from a fruit that only has 3 letters that are repeating themselves.
3 alphabets. She then said, and this is literally when his head hung, when they said, your last word, banana. His head began to hang. He began to bow his head in defeat. And I pompously squared my shoulders back and I said, I said, is that what you said? Basically, I said LMNOP. I said, no, what I actually said, ladies and gentlemen, what y'all do not know about me on how I flunked a spelling bee with banana is I said in my overconfidence, I'm like, oh, that's an easy word. That's my little quiet, ambitious self said, that little devil on that one side. Instead of the angel on the other side saying, slow down, slow down.
Yeah.
I said, BANANA. Girl, the whole I sucked the life out of the room. The little boy head that had hung, he looked over at me with his glasses and looked back up, and they were like, no. Basically, I disqualified myself. And then they gave him a word, and he won.
Oh, wow.
And I had gone through the ground. I had returned.
Oh, no, Christie.
Banana, I added another NA. Honey,
oh,
so now
Lord.
when I do things and I'm trying to be extra good and I may be flexing a little bit, I remember banana.
You must have used to watch Shana Na back in the day.
Shana Na Na. Hey.
No. Shana Na Na Na. Dog, I forget how it went, but no. Shana Na 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 Na. Boo boo. You remember that?
No. Yes.
You must was watching that before you had your banana word, because Shana Na got all them NAs in it. But not banana. Not banana. Dear Jesus. That's what happens. That's what happens when you listen to the devil on your shoulder.
Even right now, I be like, don't ask me to do Nana. Don't ask me, because I was like, okay, B-A-N-A. I just, baby, I added that second today.
Lord have mercy.
My little boy he had already hung his head. But I tell you, hey, I learned from banana. I learned from that spelling bee. Don't you get cocky just because it's easy. Because sometimes that's when you mess up. There's a message in there. There's a life lesson in getting cocky when it's easy.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Easy. Come on.
Okay, I hear your message, but I'm sure you have even more message to share at 10 o'clock during your show. But right now, the Christie Taylor Show, the Taylor Tilton Show has been sponsored by Christie Taylor Consulting, the Podcast Center, and Kenneth Mays PNC Insurance. Who do you have at 10 o'clock, Christie? Let's keep this uncocky. Let's get uncocky now.
I had such an amazing guest last week that we're doing a repeat. You all got to watch this show. I know you didn't watch it last week, so be sure check it out. As a matter of fact, we have, and we've had such an amazing show that we didn't even celebrate the fact that we are a prelude to the Taylor Tilton Hour, featuring back-to-back TV episodes of the Christie Taylor and Tina Tilton's The Blend. And we have this on Comcast Memphis, Channel 31, also in Nashville, Chattanooga, in Savannah, Augusta, Rome, Georgia. We're in Florence, Huntsville, Mobile, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Jackson, Mississippi. Coming up, we got Charlotte in South Carolina, and this is between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. My episode is with Eric Elfram. He is a videographer, photographer. He hangs out with Naughty by Nature. Uncle Vinny is someone who called him to do a lot of his work. And he just really talks about his journey, which I think is so important, going back to the evolution of him being a hip hop artist and finding his way into another medium, and how he's just killing the game. So who do you coming up at 10:30 with Tina Tilton's The Blend?
I have Baudet and Tim Horton. Baudet is a barquet, and Tim Horton is a drummer for Kool and the Gang. So they are both, and they are both receiving awards at this year's Stone Awards, again, which takes place this Saturday at 5 p.m. Now, if you want to get on that red carpet, you need to be there by 4 p.m. But and when I say there, I'm talking about being at the Bartlett Performing Arts Theater. And I know the tickets are like $40, but it's well worth it, because by the way, this year this is the 27th year that the Stone Awards has held their award show, and this year they are honoring and bringing out the descendants of the Black Wall Street, the burning massacre. The Tulsa, Oklahoma burning massacre. The descendants are coming in. Shucks, if they're not already here in Memphis, probably not with today being Tuesday, but they are coming to Memphis, and they are going to talk about some of the things that their ancestors went through, as well as receive an award from a white organization that is looking to, what's
Right
the word,
wrong.
rectify or right?
Yes,
Yeah,
reparations,
yeah.
reconciliation.
To
Well,
reconcile.
yeah, because I went to school in Tulsa, Oral Roberts University, and that was always a big deal. So I'm so glad to hear that, and to hear how, and many people don't know this, that a lot of the people who fled Memphis after some of the horrendous things that happened in history, like Belgium, they moved to Tulsa. So a lot of the building that happened in what they call Greenwood is also resulting from the wealthy people who had left Memphis. Some of them stayed in Oklahoma. Many of them went on to Texas and California. So Memphis impact has been felt around this country, even in that. So yeah, shout out to that. You know, I'm gonna see what I can do, because of course, you know, we're not joining the hip this weekend. I'm gonna be hanging out with Sharina and Mowbray Rowan, originally from Memphis, living in Atlanta, bringing their rich university and their one-stop taxes OTS live to the Orpheum. I'm gonna be hosting, and you and I are gonna be on the panel on that Sunday. So I'm gonna see if I can make all of these things from the Breakfast with Bosses that I'm gonna be hosting on Saturday morning, then coming to see you all in the midst of what I got going on over the Stone Awards, and then Sunday, me and you will be back at the Orpheum talking about what we're doing in media.
Sounds good, but it's 10:01. We gotta go.
My show is on. My show is on. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get y'all better look, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta go. We gotta go.
We on Bumpin. We only got 60 minutes. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night.
For the biggest, that's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, comma and a comma.